Hello and welcome to our live news update. I am Olugbenga George. The headlines. Iswap do giveaway to Nigerians on Borno Highway. And Dogara fires Tinubu alleges of deception in Muslim ticket. And on the foreign scene, Croatian president says Crimea will never again be part of Ukraine. And in sport, Man United reject world record bid from Arsenal for England striker. Now the news in detail. Ahead of the deadline for the swapping of old Naira notes for the newly redesigned ones and the implementation of the cashless policy, suspected members of the Islamic State of West Africa Province, Iswap, have distributed huge amounts of old notes to scores of commuters in the Lake Chad Basin in Borno State. A live news reports that the Central Bank of Nigeria had extended the deadline to swap the old Naira notes for the new notes to the 10th of February, after which the old notes would cease to be legal tenders. It was gathered that Iswap fighters on Saturday stormed the road just after a Merari village along the Maiduguri-Monguno Highway in Guzamala local government area of Borno State to distribute the old notes to commuters. According to Daily Trust, the dreaded terrorists were dressed in military camouflage and drove two gun trucks. A resident, Bakura Ibrahim, said the insurgents positioned themselves under a tree and stood by roadside with bags of old Naira notes. Away from that, a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has urged Nigerians to reject the Muslim ticket of the All Progressives Congress, warning that it would polarize the country along religious and tribal lines. The People's Democratic chieftain gave the warning on Monday while speaking at the Arewa Christian Indigenous Pastors Association Day of Prayers, Awards, and Book Dedication and Launch at Evangelical Church of West Africa in Jos, Plateau State. Stating that the Muslim ticket was against the country's unity, Dogara claimed that the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu had a lot of baggage that would make him a foreign asset should he become the next president, to the detriment of the people. He slammed Tinubu for allegedly telling Muslim leaders he is waging a jihad while simultaneously saying he will be fair and just to Christians because his partner is a Christian. And now on the foreign scene, Croatian lawmakers on Friday narrowly rejected a proposal the country should join an EU mission in support of the Ukrainian military after hours of heated debate reflecting deep divisions between the premier and the country's president. A majority of 2/3 was needed to agree the proposal that would have included allowing up to 100 Ukrainian troops to be trained in Croatia over the next 2 years, which President Zoran Milanovic, who is the supreme commander of the Croatian armed forces, opposed. Of the 107 who voted in the 151-seat parliament, 97 supported it, 10 voted against. Opposition deputies said they did not want to become hostages to the top leaders' political disagreement and said the constitution does not envisage parliamentary votes on matters normally approved by the president in agreement with government. In response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which began in February, the European Union agreed in October to set up the military assistance mission in support of Ukraine, EUMAM Ukraine, and appointed a Polish general to lead training that will mostly take place in Poland. Milanovic declined to consider the government proposal for Croatia to join the EUMAM Ukraine. He said Croatia should not be involved in the war and that the proposal would violate the constitution because it failed to clarify the basis for declaring Ukraine an ally, given that it is not a member of the EU or of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The government then sent a proposal to the parliament, hoping to secure the 2/3 majority needed to pass decisions on military matters. The participation in this military mission is just a consistent, principled, and rational decision of Croatia in its national interest. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković said ahead of the vote, dismissing criticism that legal procedures had been violated. And now to sports stories. Manchester United have rejected a world record bid from Arsenal for England forward Alessia Russo. The Euro 2020 winner, 23, turned down an offer to sign a contract extension at Man United in June. Arsenal, 3 points behind Women's Super League leaders, United with a game in hand, have been monitoring Russell's contract situation throughout January. The bid was understood to be more than €400,000 Barcelona paid for England midfielder Keira Walsh in September. Russell's contract with the Red Devils runs out this summer, and the deadline for domestic transfers in the WSL is 1700 GMT on Tuesday. Clubs are free to talk with Russell because she has fewer than 6 months remaining on her deal, and while United have continued negotiations with the player, no agreement has yet been reached. Russell has scored 17 goals in 35 WSL appearances for United since joining from North Carolina Tar Heels 3 years ago, and netted 10 times in 17 games for England, including 4 in the Lionesses' Euro 2020 triumph last summer. And that's all on News Update. I am Olubenga George. Enjoy the rest of your day.